the CW as a network seems to be getting worse. Was it always this way? I don't know. We don't have them here. Some of the shows kind of trickle down to our various networks that we have here in the UK, but we don't have the CW. And I'm not a big fan of their teenage angst shows. They're a bit... Riverdale. That's all I'm going to say. Riverdale. Move on. Anyway, so this tweet was floating around on Twitter yesterday, and it was basically leaked somewhere about the show. And it's basically info on a new character who apparently they will replace Kane with. So they're going to replace Batwoman on Batwoman with an original character. Okay, so, if you see my Batwoman videos, you know that Ruby Rose made no impact on Kane at all. It isn't as if they had the greatest actress in the world and they just was like, well, I'm stumped. I don't know who we can replace her with. I mean, who? Who can we replace this magnificent, spellbounding, insanely glorious actress with? There's no one. We must stop and just recognize that the only Kane we're ever going to get on screen is going to be played by Ruby Rose. I find that sad and infuriating, and a lot of people feel the same way. So let's take a little look at this, okay? And I was kind of taking it with a grain of salt because sometimes these things are leaked and they're like not even anywhere near the truth, but anyway, it says no posting on Facebook, Twitter, personal blogging, or any website about the role, the show, the script, or other actors in the show. So of course it was immediately leaked. Like, at this point, there's no point in the disclaimer, right? It's just pointless. People are gonna do it. So, seeking Ryan Wilder. Female, mid-late 20s, any ethnicity. Ryan Wilder is about to become Batwoman. Of course she is. Of course she is. There's so much wrong with this. The only thing that's enjoyable and has you grasped with any kind of for any kind of attention or any kind of interest is the personal relationships. I mean, if we look at Alice and Kate, but also beyond that, in this odd sisterly love triangle going on with Alice, Kate, and Mary. What happens to the storyline of Kate versus Jacob? Kate's investment and relationship with Bruce. All those things that have just been left up in the air will be solved how exactly? Is Kate going to ride out on her motorbike while another motorbike riding lesbian is going to stroll into town? What? I mean, the CW as a whole have one thing in common. They see the good things in their show, or maybe they don't, I don't know, and they completely trash them. They completely take those good things and throw them out of the window and keep the bad things they should be changing to make their whole show better and just amplify them even more. Kane is Batwoman. Nobody wants to lose Kate. The point with Ruby Rose going was to have a fresh start. Now, they should never have employed an actress who didn't really want to do long-term anyway. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's like friggin' marrying someone and then after a year them turning around and going, well, you knew I wasn't in this for the long shot. It's absolutely ridiculous. This is not how you run a show, is it? Or maybe it is. What do I know? It's your fans want to know the characters. They want to have some kind of investment. If you keep doing things like this, you're replacing Kane, Batwoman, comic, book Batwoman. With an original character made up, we've lost Kate, the actual... I just can't even explain how insane all of this is. Just the fact that the people who run this show might have actually sat around and thinking, how are we going to do this? And somebody actually came up with, well, there's only one choice. There's only one solution to this. We can't get Rose back. She's gone. It would be far too easy to cast another actress in this role. Let's ignore Twitter going crazy and all the actresses throwing their names in the hat. Yes, let's ignore all of this. Let's ignore everything we've written in the first season. And how it's all now up in the air and we can't do anything about it because it's far easier to just bring in a character we've made up. Anyway, let's find out more about Ryan Wilder. The name is just the name's doing something to me and I don't like it. I don't know. She's likable. Oh, okay. Messy. A little goofy and untamed. Well, she sounds like me. Give me the role. She's also nothing like Kane. Wow. So how exactly was Kane in the first season? I'd like to know because actually they didn't give us anything beyond the fact that she liked women and she was a lesbian. So she's nothing like Kane. So what? She's a nun or something? The woman who wore the batsuit before her. Of course. I think it's really funny how this apparently is like a memo for everyone on the show, but they have to remind themselves that Kane wore the batsuit. If this is real, that's, you had to remind yourself about that. With no one in her life to keep her on track, Ryan spent years as a drug runner. Oh, brilliant. Dodging the GCPD and masking her pain with bad habits. Today, reformed and sober, Ryan lives in her van with her plant. I'm sorry, but what? With her plant. I mean, does this mean that we get to meet Poison Ivy at some point? She lives in her van with her plant. What? Okay. A girl who would steal milk for an alley cat and could also kill you with her bare hands. What? Ryan is the most dangerous type of fighter. Highly skilled and wildly undisciplined. Where did she learn these skills again? Because, apparently, Kate learned all her fighting skills from, the Crows and stuff in the military. And all those random, insane activities she used to do, when the dude covered the hole so she couldn't swim back up to the surface without a big fight. And she nearly died. This Ryan Wilder character just, learned that dealing drugs, did she? Or drug running? This character seems so... stereotype. I mean, I'm just seeing tons of warning signals. An out lesbian, athletic, raw, passionate, fallible, oh god, and very much not just stereotypical all-American hero. AEP series regular. Performers who identify as LGBTQ are encouraged to submit. Right, so actually not specifying that the actress who plays her has to be a member of the LGBT community. They're just saying that they are encouraged. Interesting. Right. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that character. this is the character that they made to be Batwoman. Interesting. Allegedly. And a couple of hours ago, I guess TV Guide put out a post that Batwoman will cast a new lead character instead of recasting Kane. Now, a lot of people are saying this may be like a litmus test to figure out how audience reception will be. I mean, I think if you need to do that, you kind of don't really know your audience. Your audience tuned in to watch Batwoman. They didn't tune in to just like check out this random made up character. They want to see Kane. The reception hasn't been great to this, but let's check out the article that TV Guide did. Okay, so it says, Kane may be leaving Gotham, but it looks like Batwoman is here to stay. In the wake of the recent news that Rose has exited Batwoman after one season, Deadline now reports that instead of recasting her character, it will introduce a new lead instead. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to, commit to my idea that this is fake. Because this just kind of seems like the most ridiculous idea that anyone can ever come up with. Like, a lot of people are really, really, really committed to comic book canon. And, it can stir up a lot of emotions. And it's just... I waited so long for live action Kane. And when they delivered it, they give me a tree in the form of a woman. And now they tell me that that is the only one I'm ever going to get. I feel shortchanged. I feel betrayed. This is not good. This is not good for the show either. I mean, what is happening? It continues to say the series is reportedly casting a character named Ryan Wilder, who will take up the Batwoman mantle in season 2. She sounds like a character in those lesbian romance novels. Have they been reading those? Like, she literally does, I swear. Ryan will be in her late 20s, as is described as likable, messy, a little goofy, and untamed. See, she sounds like me. Give me the job. But nothing like Kane. Yeah, we read this. So they, another problem here is that they just, replace one lesbian with another lesbian. It's like, we're interchangeable. Look, we're just disposable. It's so easy to do. What? It's just so ridiculous, and it's just, I would like a little bit of realism, please, and, I get that if they, replaced Batwoman Kane with, a straight character, or even a bi character, it would be, setting the show on fire. People would go crazy. Well, a lot of people would. I mean, I guess some people wouldn't. I don't know. But the fact that you can actually sit there and go, right, well, we'll just make her lesbian, that's all anybody cares about, to be honest, is such a degrading way to think of people. I know she's a character, but, people identify with these sexualities and labels in real life, and these are the people watching your show, and you're just basically telling them that they're, replaceable. It's like they're being dumped and then immediately replaced by the person that their ex cheated on them with. It's just it's really, 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 really heartless and just completely tone deaf. One question we've got about this new Cape Crusader, though. Ryan Wilder doesn't exist anywhere in the DC comics. which seems a little out of step for the Arrowverse. Well, I mean, Alex Danvers isn't in Supergirl comics. They just kind of invented her. It's possible the series could be introducing a brand new character, but it's also possible Ryan Wilder is just a pseudonym used for casting to keep the real identity of Batwoman replacement a secret. I mean, I guess I find that more plausible, to be honest. I guess we'll just have to see. Wait and see, and we could be massively disappointed or surprised, and it was a good thing. Who knows? It is the CW, so I mean, I guess I'm gonna just reserve judgment at this point. And as always, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.